All right, come inside, talk to Berthold of Dorman, just inside the front entrance, and ask to be teleported to the Guardian's library.
Stabby, you want me to go ahead and do logs again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm going to see if mine worked.
2016. 623. Kara, day 2 live. And we are chartreuse, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Logs are a-going. Got a live stream link for Discord. I was so bummed. I actually finished doing one of the Violet Chain, or one of the Karazhan quests, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting all my attunements for Nightbane. And they're like, okay, go kill Shade of Iran. I'm like, aw. I already did that one.
Saintly's on her way. We can start clearing. Everybody go ahead and buff up. Let's turn off aspect of the pack.
Feel free to grab 4 items from the mage table. There's enough for everybody.
He made a spread. Alright, these are the same sort of magic guys as before, except the big ones shoot, in fact they may all shoot shadow bolt volleys, so ranged you may want to just stay down the hall we just came from, and stay at max range, and Nert will pull and we will kill. When you're ready,
Pull and kill. Here we go.
Pull and kill, it's just for a change.
Triangle, then square, square, then triangle.
Square, then triangle.
My bad.
It's okay. It's like by that point, the tanks have aggro. It's nice to focus fire point.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, the main 3 are square X. Skull X. And then everything else. Same pull. We're gonna pull up around the corner.
Allow me to express my deepest thanks.
Go ahead and hit X while he's here. We got 2 in the ranged group. Siri's got him.
Can't quite get him.
Next time we'll kill the big guys first. get a res on Sour. Safe to come in and scour the room for books.
Oh, I have a caster and I have a shadow mage.
From today? Because if it was from yesterday, they're gone.
From today.
Nice.
I was hanging out for a couple.
Same pull, we're going to pull them just down to the lip of the ramp up here when everybody's here. We're waiting on a few. All right, go ahead and pull. We're going to try to pick one of these off one at a time. They have a raid-wide debuff, so the tank will just wait till that debuff's gone before he pulls again. Go ahead and pull at will there, Nerd. Let's have Seer pick up the other one. Cleave if you can. Use your short cooldowns on the second guy. This debuff is a little nasty. Thank you. 5 seconds, excuse me, on the cooldown. Another 5 seconds.
Hey, nerd. Nerd.
Hi.
Can I get a buff, please? Jesus.
Oh, if you were here on time, you would get one with everybody else.
Oh, shots fired.
I was in the instance. I was just, different part of the instance. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. Just saying.
She was differently
I talked
routed.
to everybody. So.
Let's go ahead and pull both. We got Sears, pick them up. It's the last two. Everybody come on up. All right, they supposedly patched this, so this should be slightly easier. Although the patch notes I read said that they nerfed the damage on the breath, not the DOT happening in both phases, so we'll see.
I read the same thing. Can't confirm.
Okay, so as a reminder, and for those who are new, when we engage this is another threatless fight. There will be 3 portals in a triangle, one to our immediate right inside this door, one to our left, and one down the way from us near those windows. They always appear in the same spot, but their colors will be random as between red, blue, and green. Red is the tank color. Whoever is standing inside the red beam, and the beam will shoot from the portal to the boss no matter where the boss is. Whoever's standing in the red beam will have aggro. Nert will go first and take, unless the tanks, and there's some reason I forget to go differently. Nert will go first. He'll do the dance where you step in it for 5 and step out of it for 5 stacks. The green beam heals the boss. So let me back up. The beams buff the boss. We want to interrupt them. Stand in the beams. So tanks will stand in the red beams. The green beams heal people, so healers and the off tank who's not tanking can stand in there. We'll figure out a cycle. And blue buffs your damage, so we want our DPSs taking turns in the blue. Blue also can make you take some damage too, so we don't want one DPS standing in the blue for an entire cycle. So we'll probably have 2 people, switch halfway through. Once we've gone through the appropriate amount of time, this will switch from the portal phase to phase 2, which is the banish phase. The boss will be banished. We will run to the farthest side of the room away from him. So if we're tanking over here, we will run towards the windows. If we're tanking over by the windows, we'll run to the door and we'll call out which way we're going, but it should be fairly obvious. We're trying to outdistance his breath. His banished figure will breathe on somebody, a ranged attack, and anybody near that person will take damage. So we all want to be away. When there's about 10 seconds left on the banished phase, we're going to have the tank and 1 healer. Saintly, could you go in with the tank and take threat? As soon as he comes out, try to get in that red beam and take threat, so he doesn't run at a healer and kill them right away. Between phases, after each banish phase, the portal positions will change. So listen for a call out as to which portal is in which position. So for the first time round, we'll have Sour. Could you take the blue beam first, and then I will take the blue beam second. And then for the second round, we will have Rot take the blue beam first, and we'll go with Carlotta take the blue beam second. Does that make sense to everybody? Any questions on that? So it'll be Sour and then Stabby, and then on the second go round, Rot and then Carlotta. Nert will be in red first. Syrian, why don't you take green while Nert's in red? If for any reason the tanks get messed up and we have to have a tank who wasn't green go to red, anybody can stand in green to block it. So feel free to just run in green. You won't hurt, you will help. Any questions?
Not a question, just a comment. I don't know if all of them do this, but with the DPS beam, you get a debuff. So you can't, if you take it and accidentally step out or someone steps in front of you, you can't then reacquire it until that debuff goes away.
That is correct. So the debuff will prevent you from picking up that color beam again. So don't run behind somebody who has the beam, because you will break the beam, get the debuff, and then you can't pick it up again. If you need to move in front of a person with that has the beam, or move way behind the portals. As a reminder on the green beam, Seer is going to start out in the green beam and Nert is going to start in the red beam, and then they will switch after each phase, I believe. Is that correct, Nert?
Yeah, that's right. The red beam should always start to our right from where we're entering the room here. The green beam should always be on the left to the first one. After that, they're completely random, so be ready.
Oh,
Okay. Yes, and as a reminder, Saintly, you're going to follow the tanks in after the banish phase, and we're missing the Bonnie buff. Wow. Any other questions? All right. If it's an act of desperation, if we're missing a tank or something like that, and you have any sort of evasion or other skill where you can try to take the tank for a few seconds, jump in the red beam, sacrifice yourself so the tank doesn't go the boss doesn't go straight to the healers. Other than that, let's eat our food buffs. You can come in and put your butt to the wall. Eat your food buffs, drink your pots, do whatever you need to do, poisons and all that. For all you rogues out there.
Are you supposed to eat the poison? Is that what you do?
Put the poison on the food, then you eat the food.
Eat the poison food. Gotcha.
Right. All right, ready, check for the pull. Looks like we are ready. So, Nert, go on in. Let's keep an eye to the left and right for the portals, guys. Get in your spot. Being in the middle is always good because people will be blocking the beam for you. Yes, red is to the right. Green should be to the left. So let's have Seer pick that one up. Cherry get through to the blue.
blue's on the window side. It's coming up right now.
Let's do it after this phase. I picked up blue there, so watch out. You can't get close.
Oh, rat, move. You're in a... There you go.
Oh yeah, void spawns.
Unlike regular dragons, no breath and no tail whip.
Alright, big heals on Sour. You still have it. Sour, you can move out of the way. I'll take the beam. Yeah, I can't get... I got the debuff, so hop back in if you can.
Radius is taking the blue. Oh, never mind. Someone else got it.
That's okay.
Got it.
Alright, here's comes the end of phase. Get ready to run to the back of the room. Go to the window now.
Way to stay alive, Sour. Good job.
That's our badass healers.
Oh yeah, I'm still taking the DOT here. So use your health pots if you got them to help the healers out. Banish phase is ending in 14, 13, 12, 11. Go ahead, Nert, and Saintly follow Nert.
Nerd, you have the debuff.
Oh, watch out for blue.
I've got red, yeah.
Watch out
Seer,
for blue.
Go get him too, yeah.
Do you want me to get it?
Whoever's in blue next, it would be Rod, correct?
Okay. Yeah, he's got it.
Okay, Seer's got the aggro. Good job, everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and pop heroic. I mean, heroic. Blue's hitting them. Watch out. There you go. All right, Carlotta, pick up blue. Just step behind Rod. Phase ending in 5. Get ready to run to the windows. Run. It's going to be kind of close. He was kind of in the middle of the room. Use health pots if you got them. A tick of a bandage will help.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's too close. Big heals, heal yourself. Watch line of sight.
Oh, we didn't die from it. That was an insta-wipe last week.
Okay, let's go in. We're going to tank move on this side and run to the door next time. Okay, Sour, you have blue. It's on your other side, to your left. Good job. Seer's got
No,
green.
he ran into a nether. He ran into a void zone.
Okay, Seer can all evasion.
Feet away from it, but maybe that's what.
Big heals on Stabby. Seer, as soon as you can pick up red, pick up red.
No, Nerd, there was a second one that you ran into that's not there anymore.
45 seconds.
Okay, we're gonna probably be a wipe here.
No, that was all physical damage from him.
How's it looking there, Seer? We got 5 seconds. All right, just kite him. Get ready to run. Take him to the door if you can, and then run to the windows now. Yeah, it's a wait. All right.
He's all the way back up to 90%.
Yep. That was pretty good until that weird. So he just smacked you a bunch there, Nerd?
Yeah, that was all physical damage. I didn't take anything from void zone after, so two big physical hits in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, one for 6,300, one for 7,700.
Front door and teleport is the fastest, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And dealing with some cadaver right now, so sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, it was Saintly's fault.
That's what you get for stepping in the red beam. You get kid aggro.
Children are a constant red beam.
All right, anybody lost? Everybody knew how to get in the front door, talk to the dude with a circle on his head.
I didn't see exactly how low he was before things went bad, but it was pretty close to around 50%.
don't know the number, but it seemed like it was going good.
Yeah. When he died, he had healed back up a bunch already, so. Let's see. Total damage done. We did 790,000 damage out of 1.1 million. So we had
for Nert's death, he took 3 melee hits in 5.7 seconds, totaling 21,000 health.
Owie.
Right? Looking at the logs, I think so.
Got 2 melee swings at around 2,500, but then one hit me for 77 and one hit me for
Sounds like the numbers.
So looks like we did about 790,000 damage out of 1.1 million, assuming he held up a little bit in between stuff. We got him to about 30-ish%, I'd say. 30 to 40%, somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, we would have been fine. Tank dying sort of messes things up. We're gonna wait for Seer to wait here after Kid aggro. Looks like it's over. It's never over.
Thank you. How generous.
Almost there. Alright, Seer's in range. Let's go ahead and buff up.
Seer, do you need our arcane intellect for anything?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, it sounded like you said beer.
Same here.
I said sorry. I tried to say Seer. I know that's weird because we all call you Dan, but
All right, buffs are out. Ready to check for the pull. One other tip: if you're holding a beam and somebody's in front of you, don't move. You know, you can ask them to move, but typically what you want to do is either the person who's going to take over will be behind you if they're ranged, and they'll just step behind you and tell you that they got it, and then you can leave. If you're melee, they can step behind you and tell you to move, or they can stand in front of you, and when you've had enough stacks, you just leave, and the beam will then hit them immediately in front of you. All right, everybody's ready? Go ahead, Nerd, when you're ready.
I got locked out.
All right, 2 healers.
shit, I hit a green beam a little bit. Sorry.
It's okay, Green's okay. Go ahead and pop your cooldowns now.
Void zone.
phase ending in 5 seconds. Get ready to run to the windows. Watch the void zones. All right, let's move. All right, this time we're going to try to tank them closer to this window. Who do we have? I guess we'll have Beagles. Could you be the healer on the tank when Seer goes in here? And we've got 3, 2, 1. Seer go in. Beagles follow. Bring them this direction. Watch the portals. Everybody else go.
We're taking blue right now.
We're gonna have Rot take blue. Where are the points? Oh, front right there. Seer. Okay, Carlotta got the blue beam. Rot's dead. I'll step in after you, Carlotta.
Stabby, I can do it too if you want to continue your
Go
normal
ahead,
rotation.
yeah. Iridius, you take it in 5 seconds.
Step in it.
See if you can get a battle res off on Sour when we move. There we go, it's gonna end. Try to get a battle res and go back of the room. We're sort of still in the middle here.
I have no mana because I was just in the green beam.
No problem.
Ooh, another breath.
Okay, heal. Use your health pots. Use your 1 or 2 ticks of a bandage will help. All right, go ahead. Beagles follow him in. Red beam's right here. That's good.
Blue's
Stabby's
on the
gonna take-
backside.
So we get green.
Sour, you're gonna take blue after me. Okay, Sour, take over. We're gonna run the blue. Yep. Yep. Void zone right in front of you, nerd.
I'm trying to position to get the red beam front.
Ready, 5 seconds to end the phase. We're running to the front door, not the window. All right, let's go. Your health pots should be up. Go ahead and use them.
OMG, I just put outside of.
All right, Seer going in. Let's kill him on this round.
Someone else.
Seer, go ahead and
The
run.
green. Anyone who's not very reliant on your mana, get
I will pick up green.
perfect.
I'll take your spot in blue.
Oh, that's a white.
Is that breath because Tank didn't get there in time?
I think so, yeah. We were all pushed.
Oh, that can happen anytime.
Yeah,
Shadow phase.
but he was still in the shadow phase. So we should have been far enough away, and the shadow phase was over, I thought. But well, we're doing really well mechanically. We're just having these deaths that we have to avoid, and we'll be good.
Having our third healer would have been nice too.
Well, don't. Let's not pick nits. What you mentioned?
I'm
Lesson
in a
learned.
void zone, sorry.
It's a wipe it up.
Oh, sorry.
But now that you mention it, yes, like many of these encounters, to come inside the door when we say we're going, especially when there's a ready check, get right up on the door and get ready to run in. I just tried to unlock the door to Kara. Hey, Saintly, nobody said anything.
Time for everything, right?
Exactly. So this time, the only thing I think we can focus a little more on for the tanks is dragging the boss towards the red portal a little bit more so we can get some separation. Unless there's a void zone behind or something like that. But yeah, definitely drag him.
Yeah, on that second
Towards
one,
the
he
red
was
portal.
like so close to it, there was not a lot we could have done there.
Yeah.
But
You can
that
keep
could have
backing
been,
up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that could have been prevented if we had gone in earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting those timings down.
So, do I need to be up on him? Like,
He will come to you. If you're in the red beam, he's going to go to you. So your first priority is running into the red beam, and then he will go straight to you. So
I'm sorry, on the transition.
you're going to go in early to get to the beam early. Is the point? You don't have to be on him, on his body. You want to be on the beam because the beam is what creates the aggro. And if he's aggroing you, then we're good.
Ideally, if we're running in as early as we're trying to, there should be a bit of time for you to move around. But that was just that timing. So hopefully we'll get it the more we do it.
Yeah, and I think we followed you a bit too soon. Like, it's okay if you take a big nether breath, but if everybody
it
takes
wasn't about you guys didn't follow me too soon. I was just way late getting in to do anything because by the time I got him, he was already like on the portal.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the last after you were already dead. We went to follow Seer in, and then a bunch of us died from the nether breath because he was still in Banish. So I will watch that a little more carefully as well.
And it was a hairline early, Stabby, because I was running in pretty close with the rest of the group. I didn't get nether breath.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the blue cycle again is going to be Sour, then Stabby, then second Rotrat, then Carlotta. Tanks are running straight to the red beam. Let's buff up. Ready check for the pull. I'm keeping an eye on your mana, Saintly. Everybody scooch in the door and get up to the wall.
Confirmed. Nobody's outside.
Good, good. All right. Once Saintly's got all mana, go ahead and go, nerd. All right, let's go. Watch out, Beavers, you're going to be in the red beam. Okay, we're good. Go ahead and pop your cooldowns. Sour, I'm taking from you. 10 seconds. Get ready to run to the windows. Now. Where is he not going? He's not changing. There we go. That timer was way off. Okay, Seer, get ready to run in. Saley's gonna follow Seer. 3, 2, 1. Seer go. Saley follow him, not in front of him.
Oh, quick.
That ended early.
Get into the red. Just run straight towards the red portal.
It's not coming up.
Yeah, a second.
Sorry, nerd.
Lost that rat. All right. Carlotta,
Put me down.
Carlotta, take blue. Nath, ready as you're going to take blue after Carlotta.
Further, or am I good?
Keep backing up towards red.
I take it at 25 seconds? 20 seconds?
Right now it's fine.
Okay. Gotcha, Carla.
Okay, run the windows again this time. Sour, you'll have next blue, first next phase.
Yeah.
Radius is dead.
Sour, take it if you can.
I'm in her debuff.
Running? We're running? Yeah, I'll take first next, and then Carlotta should be up by the time where I can go a full cycle. That's another wipe. That breath is killing us. Let's wipe it up.
That was some really crappy RNG.
I don't know. I mean, I died at the window from a breath. Like we and Seer backed him up towards the red portal. He was further away from the windows than he has been.
Yeah. I meant my specific situation. I was low in health before a heal came off because of the blue beam, and then I died, and then a portal spawn or a thing spawned underneath me after I was already fallen over dead.
Yeah, well, keep in mind though, we're not just running to the windows to be at the windows. We're running because that's far away from him.
Right.
We want to be like I was at the farthest away possible window, and other people were like running.
So.
To the windows, but they were closer. So get as
Since
far
I
away
was
from him as you can.
since I was dead and just watching, he actually cast it before people were at the windows.
Yeah.
And it took that long to get to everybody where it didn't land until people were at the windows, but he cast it well before everyone was at the window.
All right, so since the timers appear to be a little off on DBM, we're going to have DPS and everybody, except for the people that are in the beams, leave a fraction, like a few seconds early, and then we'll call for the beams to leave once for sure he's banished. I think that's the way to deal with that, because I'm basing it off of the timers, and the timers appear to be just off.
Yeah. Well, they were spot on our first attempt, and then that last attempt they were way off.
Yeah.
God damn it, it's hard mode. DBM fucked up. What are we gonna do? Did you guys play with that add-on that actually showed you where to stand on the floor for a while and then they banned it?
No.
It's in Wrath. It showed you like a hard line where AoEs ended and stuff like that.
Wow.
You're real easy.
Wrath was where you could do raid markers in the environment, right? Like you can just have a floating skull in the environment.
I think so.
I think that was Wrath too.
Wrath
Alright,
was the instant pirate.
Right, butts against the wall.
Alrighty. Just letting you know right now.
Come inside.
Lee's in the hall. I see her. All right. Looks like we're all ready. Go ahead, nerd.
One sec, getting a food buff.
All right. Now we have first blue. I have second.
Alright, ready?
Wait for the beams. Get the aggro. All right, we can hit them. Pop your cooldown. Everybody's taking it. Fifteen seconds. All right, DPS, everybody leave. Vanish phase. Alright, Seer. 20 seconds. You're going in 10. That was really good, guys. 2, 1. Go ahead, Seer. Saintly 5.
That ended early.
You just run straight at red. It is on the same spot. Grab blue.
Continue to move.
Carlotta. Yeah, keep backing in towards red if you can.
Moving.
Carlotta, take blue.
You're out of the red, Dan. Go to your left.
He damned
Yeah, I know.
Ready? You're gonna vote again? Get ready to move. Phase ending, so extras leave now. And there we go, banish. Use your health pots and bandages. Get ready, nerd. If it was going early, which it was last time, we should probably go now. Go ahead now. Saintly, follow him in. Everybody wait. See now the counters are right. Okay, there he goes. Everybody in. Red's back towards the window, nerd.
Watch out, Saintly. You're gonna hit the green.
Come get closer. Get
Here,
closer.
Stabby's gonna grab blue first. I'm here. Oh no, you got it, Sar.
Who's on the green? Okay.
We're good.
I see the red still going to the dragon. There we go.
It happened.
Yeah, we did.
It's
We
okay.
didn't wanna have
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
it reduces your max health, so we just want to get it
Gotcha. I'll shut up now, sorry.
Take blue, please.
In. Get ready for phase to end. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Watch for it. Extras leave. He's right in the middle of the room. Run diagonally towards the windows. He's still up. He's not leaving. There it is. I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, slow. Look at that. All right, get ready. Was it Sear's turn?
Yeah.
Get in now. Faintly follow. There it is. Right here, Dan. Perfect. Get in that red when you can. There's a lag between him spawning like that. All right, let's have Ridius. Could you get in blue this time?
Sure can. Got it
take
right now.
Thank you.
I need some heals.
And Carlotta, you're going to take after Ridius. Pop your extra cooldown. Watch those wood zones.
Carlotta, can you take? Thank you.
Alright, stay focused, people. This is looking good. We're going to run to the door when it's time. Get ready. Extras leave. And run, run, run. Use your health class bandages, whatever you can do. Is it Nert's turn to go in?
Yeah.
Alright, based on the timer history, go now. Succinctly follow. Focus everybody, we got this. There we go.
Headed to blue.
Blue straight away.
Red's right.
Red is right. Pop any extra cooldowns. Can you guys move for free? So I can help. Alright, we're good. Just focus.
Die, you stupid dragon.
Way to stick with it, guys. Very good. That is a tricky fight. The trickiest one until, what's his face? The other dragon we summoned.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start with the Rip Flare leggings. This is for physical DPS. Main spec rolls.
Well, I mean, fuck it if no one else is going to. I know I
And
already won one, but
hey, you're good, man. Better the loot goes out and gets used.
That's the point.
All
And
right.
fun.
Congrats, Sour.
Alright, we can go ahead and pull these guys. We got everybody here except Tesla. These guys debuff the whole raid from a caster perspective, so we're going to pace the pulls.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till after this pull to do the next one because it's healer.
Okay.
Ooh, I can steal stuff. What did I steal? right, so this is Healer Prio, Shining Chain of the Afterworld, and specifically it is healing priests and healing druids first, and then all the other healers. Main spec rolls.
Give them an extra time to roll.
Oh,
word for
sorry.
it again.
My bad,
No,
my
it's
bad.
okay. Just be understanding if they are like, wait, what? Let tank live or get loot. Tough choice.
Oh, get loot every time. All right, now healers can main spec roll. Again, Prio is priests and druids first, and then all other healers. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and go to Auspec rolls.
All right, let's go ahead and pull.
There we go.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have rolled on that for my healing stat, even though I'm used.
That's okay. That's what Auspec rolls are for.
I don't think people understand. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up.
All right. Congrats, Carlotta.
We're at the repair guy. If you've got a rep down to the right, you can't miss him.
He's also a region vendor, so if you need to stock up.
Enchanter recipe.
And jewel crafting as well.
It's like the shittiest enchanting recipe ever.
Striking on your own ring. I thought that was actually really good for enchanters.
It's a ring? I thought it was a weapon.
No, that was to ring.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
can
that
only
was-
enchant your own rings. That's why a lot of DPS will go enchant level and like the min-maxers will level enchanting just to put stuff on their rings and then go back to like leatherworking so they can do drum.
Anymore.
We can't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So what happens if you unlearn enchanting? It takes it off your rings, or you want your rings?
I guess you just don't get the buff? I don't know.
I'm not willing to spend the money to try it.
I know, right? So much in mats, holy shit.
Okay, so this is the, as I like to say, the hardest event here. We're going to be killing the good old chief on the other side, War Chief Blackhand, with the skull. We have to move the little guys out of the way, move the pawns first, make a space, move 2 spaces if you can, so that we can bring our back pieces out into play. Does anybody not know generally how this goes? There's not a lot of strategy, just kill things. Bishops are this guy. Get out of the way. And that guy. Those are the people that's actually, in my opinion, very important because they can heal our king and other pieces. So only use those if you're actually going to heal. Otherwise, grab whatever piece you want. Remember that when you use a piece, if you're in a bad position or you want to go somewhere else, you can right-click on the buff that you have to get rid of the control piece buff. You will then be teleported back to the door that we came in. You can run down. You will have a debuff on you that will prevent you from taking a piece for like 10 more seconds, and then you can take another piece to get back into the fight. So clear out their figures that are near you, and if you can start getting shots in on their boss, kill their boss. Let's keep our king lane healed.
And
Any
then,
questions?
what's his name? Mediv cheats, right? So
He does
if
cheat.
if he
and there's
throws
not much you can
fire
do
on
about
you,
it.
try and move out of it, but it's hard.
Yes, stay out of the fire. Yes, good point. Standard don't stand in fire instructions apply.
But I mean, sometimes the fire's 2 squares and you're in the middle of it, so good luck. But
Yeah, exactly.
try.
All right.
Got people on the important pieces.
Yeah, we got people in the front. We got to move the front ones first. But I think to start it, I have to control the king, so I'll do that.
If you don't know your piece, maybe let someone else take it.
There we are. Take your pieces.
A good one.
Move them out.
And it's the pet controls that make them move.
Certainly. Uh-huh.
I can't
Certainly.
cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Sounds fine.
Move them all one
Uh-huh.
space.
Certainly. Sounds fine. Sounds fine.
Yes.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that
Uh-huh.
yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still
Sounds
recharging.
fine.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Uh-huh.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Sounds
I
fine.
can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Interesting.
Sounds fine. Certainly.
I can't cast that yet.
Uh-huh.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Certainly.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't
Let
cast
the
that
bishops
yet.
know if you need healing.
Sounds fine.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready
Out of the
yet.
fire.
I can't cast that. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Let us see the wings of your return.
You need something?
I'm going to need a lot of healing on my king.
Loss of concentration is all it takes.
Uh-huh. What can I do for you? Can I help you?
I should have known.
What can I do for you? Hey there. What can I do for you? Certainly.
Foolish.
You need something? How are you?
Let us see.
Hey there.
Must not
Sounds
fail.
fine. Hello. Hey there. Certainly. Sounds fine. Certainly. What can I do for you? Uh-huh.
Time for an alternative scenario.
Ooh, watch out for fire.
Let us see. All according to plan. No minor concern. This is all according
Use
to
wounds on the king if you got
plan.
any.
No minor
Nope,
concern.
but apparently I died. I don't know what hit me.
All DPS on the skull if you can.
Yes, of course.
Maybe you should, like, back away.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to.
Foolish.
Uh-huh.
Very foolish.
Is Sour the healer?
No, that I already died.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we lost this one.
Sounds
Those dogs
fine.
almost dead.
Right up.
Greetings.
Oh, the king and queen. You should be able to.
Need
Can we
something?
kill the dog?
Good day to you.
There's a
Safe
facing
travels.
element.
Uh-huh.
Just nuke the boss.
That's still recharging.
You sure?
Don't worry about the dog.
That spell isn't
Unless
ready
you're
yet.
like
I
almost
can't
dead.
cast that yet. That's still
Yeah, we
recharging.
had no
That
humans.
spell
We
isn't
gotta
ready
go.
yet.
Perhaps a change.
That's still recharging.
Oh, the
I
dog
can't cast
frickin'
that
taunted
yet.
me.
Yes.
No, he's just enraged.
That's still recharging. I can't cast
Oh,
that
right
yet.
away.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Sounds
That's still
fine.
recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Just a slow
I can't
movement.
cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't
Certainly.
ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's
Oh
still
my gosh.
recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast
Oh,
that yet.
we're gonna
Uh-huh.
win
That spell
this.
isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still
Yay!
recharging.
Oh
That
my
spell
god,
isn't
we
ready
did
yet.
it.
Rain of fire, bitches.
Oh my
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that
By
yet.
the skin of our teeth. Holy shit.
That's pro combat right there.
Running away.
Okay, right click on your debuff to get out of it. That's the closest I remember that being in a long time.
Talk to any of the chess pieces, please.
Come on, can't.
All
I still
right.
remember there was a guild name called We Wipe on Chess.
We're gonna start with the Fiend Slayer boots. These are priority for melee DPS shamans, second prio hunters, third prio physical DPS. Main spec rolls.
Okay.
We pulling these mobs down.
We're gonna everybody back onto the chessboard. Nert will pull these down into the chess room once we're done with this roll.
And
Nice.
Grad Sour.
My UI is messed up.
Well, let's
Can't click on anything.
let's have you reload because we need 2 tanks on this one. These guys hit like trucks.
And while we're waiting, I can do the other loot. Headdress of the High Potentate. I think I said that right, actually. This is going to be...
Sounds like something you said right.
The priority for this is Healy Priests, followed by all the other healers. Let's see those main spec rolls. That'd be Saintly. Do you want it? Okay.
I've been saying pass like the whole time.
Well, I was trying to trade somebody else their loot. In that case, we will open this up for Ospec rolls. Alrighty, congrats, Carlotta.
Congrats. All right, once this pat's gone, Nerd's going to tag these mobs. They're going to come down here. Syrian, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, you're picking up X as usual, and we're good to go, Nerd, when you are.
Oh, okay, good.
Those things move fast for having like tentacle legs.
Aggro. You should grab aggro on one and see how hard they hit too.
Did I just hear a pet level?
No, that was me. I just think that
I was wondering. we got one more. He's going to pull down one more. You are everybody's pet too.
I have to go wipe, but since there are 3 healers, I'm gonna go wipe this butt.
Dan, dude, you can't do that yourself already?
First it's his UI, then it's his butt. Alright, we can go up.
I actually have a funny story about that exact scenario, but it's long and detailed, and I don't want to waste everybody's time with it.
Sounds disgusting too.
Yeah, it involves kids.
Go ahead and pull one ready, nerd.
I have a funny story. I was supposed to go play Magic with my buddies on Friday, and I got day drunk and canceled, and then they all tested positive for COVID today, so I'm glad I didn't go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Getting day drunk saved my life.
I need to target something first.
Remember, there's a pull at this top, if I recall correctly, so be careful. When you're ready.
I need a target.
All right. Welcome to Prince. We will summarize here. Everybody's going to stay in the doorway. All right, Nerd's going to tank the boss at the smoke cloud that's to the left and a little further away, and by that outcropping of rock. The other smoke grenade is where we are going to run if we're melee and we are hit by the enfeeble ability, which gives you 1 health point. And every time he casts enfeeble, he then follows it up with a big old shadow nova. So you have to get out. You can block it by line of sight. Ranged are going to stay in this doorway, and if you get enfeebled, you can hide back behind the. Which side do you guys hide on? I don't even know.
We don't
Right
have
here?
to hide.
You just distance it. Okay.
Yeah, we're out of range of the Shadow Nova, so we just eat it.
Okay, so as a reminder, we got giant flaming things falling from the sky and creating burning spots on the ground. You can outdistance Shadow Nova. Last week in our group, we got one of the flamey guys fell very close to melee, and then another one fell between us, and we made a audible call to have everybody move out of the doorway and out into the terrace out here to fight like we did old school, which is just outdistance the Shadow Nova when it happens, and everybody stay out of fire and move around. So that may happen again. Be ready to move and just adjust on the fly. But for now, we're going to tank where the smoke is and hide. Phase 2 starts at 60%, I think. Is that correct? And that is when he basically enrages and does a shit ton of damage. So we are going to save our cooldowns for phase 2 and get through that as fast as possible. Then at, I think it's 30%, we go into phase 3, where he starts casting flying axes. Giant axes will appear and just start beating on you. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to take extra damage. But he stops casting Enfeeble, I believe, at that point. So you are much more open to just beat on him. So phase 1, Enfeeble, Shadow Nova, exchange, hide when you can if you're melee, avoid the flaming guys falling from the sky. Everybody, for during the entire fight, be ready to have to run away if the flaming guys fall where we are. Phase 2, that's when we use our cooldowns, burn. Phase 3, flying axes, let people know if you have the axes because you're going to take damage and save your health pots and stuff like that for that phase. And that would be it. Any questions? All right, let's buff up. Eat your food buffs. All right, doing a ready check for the pull. When we pull, we're going to have Rot misdirect onto Nerd. Looks like we're all ready, so Nerd, go get in position. Rot, could you please misdirect the boss onto Nerd? Anytime.
Madness is what you hear to me. I shall be your undoing.
Over time, Nerd, you can move a few steps to your left.
You face not Malchezaar alone.
Here comes the first Inferno.
I command.
Enfeeble. Here comes Enfeeble. Run from Shadow Nova. Back up.
Not Malchezaar alone.
Second Inferno.
But the legions I command.
You're up.
We're not on phase 2 yet. Are we?
I know.
Here comes an Inferno. And, I mean, Enfeeble, let's hide. There it goes. And Inferno's close to melee.
You face not Malchezaar alone, but the legions I command.
Here comes Enfeeble in 2. Stage 2.
Time.
We're still have to run and hide. Here comes the Shadow Nova. There it goes. Alright, pop cooldown. Hide. Good. Enfeeble in 3.
All realities, all dimensions are open to me. How can you hope to stand against such overwhelming...
Okay, we're in phase 3. The axes are up. Slow and steady. Heals. Get ready for the Shadow Nova. Hide. You're good? Alright, Nerd drag them back if you can. There you go, you could stop there, yeah. Shadow Nova in 3. Seer, you may not have line of sight, I'm not sure. Yeah, you're good. Here's the Shadow Nova, and you're good.
You face not Malchezaar alone, but the legions I command.
Keep it up, guys. Use your mana pots. Do what you can. Look for cooldowns that are ready again. Here comes a Shadow Nova. There it goes. Come on out.
All realities, all dimensions are open to me.
Get ready for Shadow Nova. Oh, that's not good. So you're going to have to run left and outdistance Shadow Nova. Okay, it's going to be tough on ranged. Can range still heal the tank?
Only if I have my thing.
Okay. Let us know, Saintly, other healers. Seer, run. Alright.
Face not Malchezaar alone.
Healers, what we have to do to keep in range. We need 73k. If you can run around. Oh, they got 2 Infernals there. You're going to have to just try to deal with it. Big heals on Nerd.
That's weird. The tool play is telling me it's Netherspite is hitting me.
Keep. No, you're doing well. Just a little bit. Run way back. You gotta get back. Keep going. Nerd. Okay, you're good. 12k. Very good adjustment, guys.
Your face not Malchezaar alone, but the legions
There you
I
go.
command.
Nice.
I am a prince of the Eridar.
Yeah, it says Netherspite Infernals Hellfire.
Nice. So he's calling Netherspite to shoot those down at you, I guess. You have the attunement to summon Nightbane?
Are we all here? Is it okay if I loot?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Yeah, I can summon Nightbane. I do have here.
Nice. Bow.
Alright, I'm going to do these in the order that I looted them. So, we are going to start with the Helm of the Fallen Defender, which is open prio for warriors, priests, and druids. This is a tier 3 token, so if you already won the other tier 3 token in this lockout, wait for off spec. For main spec, let's go ahead and see those rolls on Helm of the Fallen Defender.
Yeah, I got mine first week.
All right, well then it looks like Dan. Any last minute bids? Congrats, Dan.
Congrats.
All right. I know Rod's been waiting patiently. we have the Sun Fury Bow of the Phoenix. The priority for this is Hunters and then physical DPS. Let's see those main spec rolls. Oh, look, Rat wins.
Roll.
Oh my god.
Hunters get prio. Sorry, Stabby. Unless he
No, that's
passes.
worth a shot. No. It's
He doesn't want that. He doesn't want what I just gave him. He wants that.
Yeah.
There he goes. All right. Let's see. I think this one's flat caster DPS, but let me double check real quick. Yep. So last up, we have the Adornment of... What's that called? Adornment of Stolen Souls. This is caster DPS. Caster DPS main spec rolls. Anybody else? 3, 2, 1. Congrats to me.
Congrats. All right, we're gonna go to the last and hardest boss.
Hey, Nerd, thanks for putting in the work to get the attunement done so we could do this, man. Much appreciated.
Dude, you know I just played the game anyway.
True, but I think you're the only one in our group right now that can do it, right? Oh, we got a flesh beast.
Maybe it might be. Oh shit. Well,
Wrong turn, flesh beast. Can eat us
You
all.
went down the stairs through the side door.
We went down the stairs and into a room. It's a lovely
Probably
orange room.
quicker. You're gonna beat me tonight, Dane.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Everybody who wipes just.
Nightbane, is
Go
it
through
faster
the back
side door?
Yeah,
Back door?
side door.
Okay.
Yeah, you go in the side, it's like right under the stairs when you go in to the left.
Cool. Does everyone know where to
Graveyard,
go?
Take a left.
If you don't know, just go in the door and wait, because I'm almost there.
Oh, I think I went the long way. I
You
went
go to
the long
go to
way.
the rear door.
Long way to go to the back door.
Yeah. When you spawn in the graveyard, if you're going to the rear door, you just take a left around the building instead of a right around the building, and you'll end up there.
Yeah, I took a right and I went all the way around the front, unfortunately. 'Cause I'm a goofball.
See, I meant to die to that monster just so I could get here faster. That was a pro move.
Oh my gosh, I left my frickin' Stratham Holy Waters in the bank. I'm dumb.
Oh, I did too.
I've got two plus.
I mean, I can go get them and portal back really, really quick.
Oh, you can. And then you can portal back Dan too?
Mm-hmm. But do you want me to wait and see if anybody else needs to do it at the same time?
Sure. Does anybody have anything they need out of the bank for this boss? Any AoE bombs or holy water or anything will be helpful. All right, why don't you two go grab and come back?
Okie dokie. Portal to Shack coming up.
I don't have a lot, but I got some.
Yeah, I have. I think I have 11.
I'm gonna need one.
Maybe I'll bring more just in case.
That's fair. Actually happens 3 times on the fight, so 3 is good.
Looks like Rock could use a tour guide.
The dark times will pass.
Okay, Rot, where are you? Did you go through the back door?
Shorelaran.
All right, go back to the back door and wait there.
Oh yeah, because we're going to be coming. Dan and I will be coming in the back door, and we can show them where to go.
At the same time? Sounds kind of painful.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just
Now
gotta bring it
who's
back.
turning into Neth or Sepher or whoever?
But you always knew that I was like him, so it's okay.
All right, hey Dan, I'm in front of Scryer Bank, waiting ready to portal back.
I was gonna get my helmet. I am.
You're good.
Should I
I'm
wait?
waiting. I haven't cast it yet. I'm waiting.
Okay. Should I? I don't need anything for it, do I?
The helm enchant. I don't know if you have the right rep for that yet.
I do not.
Okay.
Who is still lost? All right, nobody's lost. All right, this is a fun fight. We're going to be fighting a dragon that Nert is going to summon for us. The dragon, unlike the other dragons in here, is a real dragon. So he's got a fire breath in front and a tail swipe in back. So stay away from the nose and stay away from the tail. The tanks are going to, whenever they're tanking, going to tank with their back to the wall, the dragon facing them, and the tail pointed away from the castle out towards the ravine here. And DPS will be hitting him from their sides, just like Ani, etc. We're going to want to try to be on the right rear leg if you're melee. And ranged, you're going to want to be at max range to avoid the fear. Hopefully on the same side as melee, because melee needs to be closer to healers than the dragon is closer to healers, because there is a fear component. He has, let me get to his overview here. So we talked about tail sweep, we talked about fire breath. He has a cleave, another reason not to stand in front of him. He will occasionally cast charred earth. A spot of charred earth will appear under you. Don't stand in it. Again, don't stand in the fire. It's going to do an insane amount of damage over 30 seconds, so run out of that. He does the Bellowing Roar, which is a fear. It's a 2.5 second cast, so ranged, when you see that, you'll be able to, you're already at max range, you can back up a little bit to make sure you don't get hit with Bellowing Roar. He's going to cast Distracting Ash, which is a magical debuff that will significantly reduce spell and melee hit chance. So that needs to get dispelled. So we've got, I know Carlana and Saintly can dispel that. I don't know if Beagles can.
I can.
Okay, so we'll have a 3-person dispel team. You guys figure out if there's a way you want to handle that, but dispel that whenever you can. The main person will be tanks first, because we want the tanks constantly hitting them. That's about it for ground phase. There's a ground phase and an air phase. On the ground phase, keep the nose pointed at the wall towards the tanks. Bellowing roar, ranged, step back, make sure you're not going to get caught in it. But range, stay at max distance. Melee, try to stay on the right rear leg of the dragon so that you are closer to ranged than the dragon. At 75, 50, and 25% health, he will go into air phase. He will take off into the air, and he's going to start using ranged abilities. That includes the big one, which is Rain of Bones. He will rain down a pile of bones, and wherever it rains, it will summon a bunch of skeletons. That's why people are going to get these AoE devices, the bombs and the Stratholm Holy Water. If you've got them, save them for then. When we get a bunch of skeletons up, that you nuke them with your AoE bomb. I don't remember. Let's see. What we're going to do is when he takes off into the air, we're going to group up. I'll put a star on the tank. We're going to group near the tank, and that way when Rain of Bones casts, it'll all be near us. Tanks can swipe and cleave and, or lights out and all that stuff, and then we can spread out and nuke them with our bombs. If we are spread out, the Rain of Bones will hit near all of us, and the skeletons will be all spread out. So during air phase, take off, we all clump together, deal with Rain of Bones. There's two other things that will happen. One is Smoking Blast. This is just a big damage on a single target with a dot that's added. And then Fireball Barrage. If anybody's too far away from the boss, it will pelt all raid members with this thing, causing a wipe. We have to stay together, grouped in the center of the balcony, so that is never used. So we're going to fight. Where's the barrel? I think it's this barrel right here where we summon in the skeleton. I think here. Or is it around the corner? I don't remember. I think it's that barrel. I'll take a look. But wherever we summon him, he's going to take off into the air and towards this ravine. If anybody runs around the corner and away from him and gets too far away, like I'm doing now, he will then use Fireball Barrage and basically wipe the raid. So that's, again, while we're in the air, we clump up near the tank. So any questions about those two phases? We've got ground phase, where it's a normal dragon fight with a fear component added in. And we've got air phase, where we've got to deal with the skeletons. And on ground phase, we also have the burning ground that he's going to summon under you. So fear and patches of ground you can't stand in. When in doubt, melee, if there's no place to stand for burning ground, just start shooting your thrown weapon or your bow. It's more important you stay alive for future DPS than try to get in and go out.
Yeah, if I remember right, that charger thing that he does, if you were to do one right in the middle here, it would cover like the entire diameter of it would be as wide as this terrace. It's very big.
Yes, it's a very large, and if I recall correctly, not regularly shaped splotches. So, I might be standing here, DPSing this way, trying to hit him, and we might get a splotch that's as big as the circle I'm running right now. It's giant, so you just have to, move out to here, try not to get hit. But the other option is you run through the dragon to the other side where there's not a splotch, but now all of a sudden you're further away from range. You might be out of range of healing. Shouldn't be taking too much damage unless you move in front or behind him or stand in the splotches. But when in doubt, just get to safe ground. The splotches will go away, and then you can go and fight again. Any other questions or comments or suggestions?
Yeah, can you do that whole thing one more time? I was fetching a lost member. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Kill dragon, when in air, group up.
Got it.
It's a dragon fight. Watch the ground, watch the fears. When he goes in the air, group up, deal with the skeletons. We'll probably wipe the first time just because we need to see it. That's okay. If we wipe 2 or 3 times, it's the hardest boss in here. It's also a gear check, so we'll see how we do.
Okie dokie.
Yes, there is.
Everybody, make sure
Eagles.
you're wearing your gear.
Yeah, wear your gear. Wear your best gear. When in doubt between attack power and stam, maybe put a little extra stam on for the fire. He does these phases at certain percentages, so once the tank has a threat, there's no reason not to pop our cooldowns right at the first phase and just get them down to 75% as soon as possible, and then we might have more cooldowns later on other phases. We'll play it by ear. Go ahead and buff up. Any other questions while we're buffing? All right, sounds good. Oh. I'm going to Google an image for exactly where we want to summon him, because I don't want to wipe just because we're in the wrong spot.
Isn't there like a little skull somewhere on the ground?
There's a little skull and there's a barrel, if I remember correctly, and the barrel's over here.
Yeah, I'm on the skull.
Like Proteus is jumping on the skull. That looks familiar.
I thought it was on this side. I don't know.
It's round.
Looking at a quick image here.
No, not on the pole. If anything, I'd even waited for the skeletons. Those were always the hard part, I thought.
Okay, I just looked at a diagram that I remember from 16 years ago, and it reminded me of something that's probably a good idea. So, let's mark Nert. All right, Nert stand, near the skull right here. And if we're going to do 2 ranged groups instead of 1, you can do 1 ranged group out near the perimeter and another ranged group that's closer in. And the reason I'm remembering because of that is because you get split chances to where that burning splotches will be, and you can shift. Ranged groups can shift left and right. It will rarely cover the entire width of the thing, so we can split. It doesn't really matter who's who. You're both going to be in range, but let's have 2 groups, about half arranged here, half arranged here, and that'll give you some survivability chances and some movement options there. So if Nert's tanking there, melee is going to be over here on the back right leg, pew-pewing, and then you can run back to ranged if they've got open ground when the splotches hit. And you've got 2 choices as to which group and which side you're going to be on. And then you can come back in here to fight. If you need to, you can run through the dragon and hit him on this side, but keep in mind you might be out of range of heals. And then run back when you need to. And that's about it. Let's do a ready check.
Yeah, ideally, like, I should have his face right in the wall, and the tail should be over the wall, so you shouldn't really have to worry about either one, but it's good to know that they're there.
Yep, exactly. And some groups, if you pug this, will have the dragon face away from the wall. It doesn't really matter, as long as the dragon is facing left or right as viewed by the healers. Looks like we're waiting on Dan and Saintly. Good point, Tesla. Let's try that. Tank over here. More line of sight options for healers ranged. Then maybe that's why some groups do that. That's a good point. Sound good, Nerd?
Oh, you want me to flip them?
Yeah, they're pointing out that maybe the reason that some groups tank them facing this way is better line of sight for ranged on healing you.
I'm willing to try it. I've never done it that way, but let's give it a shot.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've always tagged
so-
him facing away.
Sorry, so with the change, where should range be? Sorry for being
No,
dumb.
no difference. The dragon's just going to be reversed.
Okay.
Yeah, just put a negative sign on the direction of the dragon.
Okay, okay.
Another ready check, see if we're all ready now. All right, we are all ready. Nert, see if your magic summoning thing works. There'll be a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
It worked.
There will be some roleplay. If you look out over the terrace, you should see him fly in and talk some shit.
Oh, here he comes. He's coming from the moon.
Make sure you have your Bobby bombs ready on your toolbar.
I don't think he looks that scary.
Siri, you're going to want to try to be second on threat, by the way, as usual.
Okay.
Here he comes. All right, pop cooldowns. Ashed, dispel it. There's the smoldering breath. Watch the ground. More ahead. Fear. Okay, everybody's gonna have to run real fast towards her.
Here's me. I'm moving again.
Make sure we got most of range got hit by that fear, so everybody be at max range.
Eagles, move to your right a little.
All right, group up on X.
As soon as you see the rain, move out.
Yeah, when you see rain, move. Here it comes. Move, move, move. Tanks pick them up.
How many skellies before we do our stuffs?
Go.
I'm dead.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Them skellies hit hard.
Yes, they do. All right, any questions? That's the fight.
Are those skellies, are they doing a... It says immolation. Are they doing an aura that's hitting people in melee range?
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys run away. Everybody go to the left around the building. Come this way. Look at your mini map. Don't go to the front. Go the other way.
Okay, that is a... Doing my AoE a different way next time. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I thought my memory of this from however many years ago is like pretty poor, but I thought I remembered like running around a lot more during the ad phase.
Yeah, I mean that aura is probably what it is, and we should probably run around some more. Like you group, and then when he starts raining, then you spread, and keep spreading is what we just learned. You know, don't stand still. Run far away. Get your bombs ready. Bomb them. Try to get tanks. I'll have to see how much aggro the tanks are going to be able to generate.
Pretty sure they're totally not immune to like any kind of stun or slowing stuff.
Okay.
You want to just kind of trap them where they are.
Yeah, so maybe drop a slowing trap rot when we get to that phase, when we group up. But yeah, that's the challenge. That's the phase. That's the hard part. That's what everybody talks about. Is the skellies come and you die. But we can make progress. It's going to be one of those where we live a little bit longer, we live a bit longer, live a little bit longer, and then we kill them, and then we keep killing them. Or maybe we wipe another time, and then we kill them again.
You're very optimistic.
Yep. This is the part we mentioned the smoking blast, but I didn't realize who it targeted. So when he summons skeletons, that's when he starts casting smoking blast. You saw these blasts coming down from the air. He's going to target the player with highest threat at that point, who is going to be a healer. So healers have to be prepared to just spam heals on whoever the affected primary healer is. You can look at the threat meter and see which healer is highest threat at that point, and that's who's going to really get nailed. So I didn't realize it wasn't random. It's cast on threat, and at that point, because he's in the air, it's going to be a healer. I'm just reading a few more tips. So keep in mind, because of that, because the healers are going to be, somebody's going to get spammed with that fire attack from the air, and the healers are going to be spamming them. Our healers will be otherwise occupied when the skeletons come around. Let's see.
Is it a specific amount of skeletons, or do they just keep coming for a time period?
It's a specific amount. Each rain summons, I think it summons, each rain that hits summons 3 regular skeletons, and I think ultimately there's 5 of the big skeletons, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw 5 name plates on that one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was just 5, so let's go with 5 for now.
Right. So, what about, Tesla, do you have Earth Shield? Okay, so one of the strats is when Nightbane takes off, have the shaman place Earth Shield on the tank. Once the Rain of Bones begins, the skeletons start to spawn. Have the tank grab aggro on as many of them as possible. Thunderclap or swipe, etc. The skeletons will proc the Earth Shield on the tank, thus generating the healing aggro on the tank. This will limit healing in multiple ways. Only 1 to 3 people actually taking damage from the Rain of Bones, and Earth Shield will keep the tank up easily, provided the rest of Shaman's gear is decent. So we'll see how that goes. The Smoking Blast will only be hitting the tank because of the Earth Shield.
I taught myself during the transition.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so all right, I'm continuing to read various advice here. All players must immediately move away to avoid taking too much AE damage. The 5 skeletons that spawn during Rain of Bones, those hit fairly hard to mitigate the damage. Warriors and feral druids should be used taunt, cleave, swipe, AoE, all of that stuff. Challenging shout, challenging roar, grenades, bombs, whatever you use to get aggro as a tank. Pet with taunt abilities can hold aggro temporarily, so turn on taunt, Rot, if you don't already have it. Although you brought a subpar pet, we'll forgive you. A paladin. Okay, no. Well, you may want to consider it. They're beagles. If you're not otherwise occupied, 1 exorcism might be good. Stone Claw totems and Earth Elemental totems can buy healers an extra second or 2. after gathering, don't gather into one lump. Keep a couple of feet between each character so the tanks can see who has a skeleton on them. That's helpful. And I'll be popping Blade Fury, Evasion, and Adrenaline Rush for that phase to get rid of some skellies, so I can do that. And yes, Frost Trap works, so drop Frost Trap. Any other questions? We're going to try the same thing with a few extra, you know, we've learned a thing, and we're going to try the Earth Shield, and Nert will heal himself, see what we can do to manage that damage during that phase. Yeah, Beagles. I don't know if it's Exorcism, but no, it's not Exorcism. What's the one where you do AoE damage, like you hit all the undead
Holy
for a
Storm.
really big amount, like one of those, just to sort of go in and help do a little of damage. Holy Wrath, that's it. If you're not otherwise occupied, you know, healing, throw in one of those. But I think there's it's like a 1 or 2 second cast, so we'll see. All right, let's get our buffs up. Eat your food. So Tesla, you're going to drop Earth Shield. What's the cooldown on Earth Shield, by the way? Wow, okay. So keep that up on him during the Skelly phase. 6 charges. Oh, okay, great. Checking to see who's ready to pull. All right, we are ready. Go ahead. Nert, range, get max range from the tank. God, the memories of repeatedly seeing this guy fly in like this. So many wipes.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, he's got a threat. Go ahead and open up. Charred Earth. Melee, watch that cleave. It's bigger than it looks, I'm seeing.
I'm out of range.
Gather up.
It's too far away.
Get your bombs ready. Not too close. Don't stack exactly. Just let them see where... Yeah, exactly like that. That's a good size.
If you can.
Well done. Incoming. Let him get threat. Don't go open up yet. Nert, move a few steps to your right. Perfect. Melee start on one side or the other here. Hug that right wall. For the smoldering earth, we want it to appear on the right side.
Here, can
Thank
it be
you.
your ward if there is one, please?
Do we have a dwarf priest?
All priests can do it now.
Wow.
I gave him one.
Lanai re-rolled human just because all priests have the thing now.
Gotcha. Nerd, on the next transition, Saintly, on the next transition, please tell Nerd whom to innervate.
Okay.
We need a healers with innervate, is what we're going to need, and you figure out who needs it.
Who has more spirit?
Looks fine for this. We should be okay. I'll do it on the next one.
What'd you say, Beagles? I couldn't hear you.
Gather up, group up, group up, group up.
Benefit from it.
Get ready to run in circles, scream and shout. Run away. Good, good, good. Pick up the... Yeah, save it. It's a wipe. But it's interesting to see the mechanics. Were all the skeletons dead by the time they landed there? Okay.
Pretty close.
Alright, so it's timed. Alright. That was a big improvement. Handled the first phase. Just 2 more of those and it's a win.
That was not bad at all.
Hey, Stabby, I don't know if we would want to try this or not because I am very, very squishy. But I can hit him when he is up in the airfields summoning skellies. I could out-aggro the healers, smacking him, and then we know exactly where the rain of fire thingy's going to go.
I'll defer to the healers. How are you handling? How are things looking during that phase? What's killing us there? Was it in fact Saintly's? Oh no, that I heard that she just got smacked. Was that what that was?
What Jarek said.
Rain on healers is hard. Yeah. I think getting aggro onto one target that's not a healer would be great. I think we need it to be the tank if it's possible. So I like sticking with the Earth Shield and Nert casting both of his hots on himself and going back into bear form. 3?
Yeah, I got Life Bloom. It's like the best one yet.
These druids and their healing. So yeah, hotting himself up. I think we stick with that. That said, we're here to learn, so why not give it a try? Ready to see what you can do? See if you can actually pull aggro?
I mean, I'll do whatever. It's he was within range, and I smacked him with 1 Scorch just to see if I could. And I'm pretty sure I got aggro because he definitely did the rain of fire thingy on me. But
okay, let's do it this way. If you want to experiment with that, give it a try, but don't be near anybody else.
Will do. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that got Saintly killed. So
that's why we just heard
like
earlier.
a warlock doing it, but a mage, like
Right.
you have less health, well, about the same amount of health as I do, and I got wrecked.
Yeah.
You can
Riggedy wrecked.
the whole time he's in the air.
Ice block.
The entire time.
All right, so once we all get back here, it is 11 o'clock. It's time to take a quick break. So I'll put up a timer here.
/break
Text.
/break.
number.
There we go. Didn't start the oh, it did start the timer. Great. All right, be back in 10. Make sure your tune's on the terrace before you take your break. Thanks. How did we do there? I thought we did well.
I mean, we got way farther than we did the first time.
That's the name of the game.
That is progress.
All right, so I just read up, and yes, he will be in the air for an X amount of seconds, not for Skelly life. So if there's Skellies alive, they're going to still be alive when Nightbane lands.
Your gold is welcome here.
Rat, are you still here?
Be ready for any.
He's in chat. He had to go buy some arrows, but I'm there too, so I'm going to portal him back.
Okay. If you can hear me, Rat, and I'll repeat it later. The other tip is when he's landing, misdirect onto the tank, because transition back to ground can be problematic. We've handled it well so far. Okay, thank you, Rat. We've handled it well so far, but it was just another tip I'm seeing. All right, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
What can I do for you?
Hey, Stabby, you still there?
I am.
Does Warcraft logs not count Nightbane?
No idea.
Because I am not having any issues with my client. It says data successfully uploaded, but none of our Nightbane attempts are showing up in the logs.
I'm not seeing it either. Well, there you go.
wonder if they don't count him because he's optional.
Could be. But I mean, you know, it counted chess.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, it counted every fight so far except Nightbane.
I'm seeing logs out here from, I'm looking at Progress's logs, the Big Speed Guild. They have another Bane fight logged. Excuse me, Nightbane logged.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on. Maybe the logging stopped. I can start it again.
So, believe it or not, it is logging Nightbane. It's not counting it as a boss encounter. It's counting it as trash. I'm looking at it.
Nice.
It literally, there's 3 Nightbanes underneath trash fights.
Nice.
I just noticed that as you were talking. I'm like, look at that. Nightbane, Nightbane, Nightbane. Huh.
You are right. But there's no... Well, the second one there's data. The first one there wasn't.
Most recent
At
one,
least
there's
in
data.
mine. Yeah. All right.
Let's see.
I Googled it, and I saw a few people asking on the log forum saying, hey, we only had 2 people recorded in our Nightbane fight, so there might be something really hinky going on with Nightbane, obviously.
Yeah. My first Nightbane, I show it, it's recording as 000 seconds. So.
Right. Yeah.
That one clearly is bugged, but yeah, the most recent one definitely have data.
All right, gonna do a ready check to see who's back. All right, everybody is back. Let's go ahead and buff. All right, so this is sort of the first sort of real progression boss, I guess you'd say, in Burning Crusade. It is a boss that people wipe a lot on, so we're gonna just keep giving it the old college try, as they say, and learn from each wipe until we learn to get it right. So far, the positioning's looking good. Melee, stay one side or the other, and then when the ground erupts in flames, move to the other side. Same thing with range with 2 groups. We'll try to keep that threat generation on Nert while the Nightbane's in the air, and try to stay alive during those skeletons. It's tough, but that's the fight, the skeletons, I think, based on what I'm seeing. Everybody else seems to have it.
Yeah. From what I remember, as soon as you see that first skeleton, and like as soon as the rain starts, just move the hell away. Like, as soon as it starts, it'll stay where it was, so you don't have to worry about waiting for the rest to spawn. They'll all follow suit.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to do a ready check for the pull. All right, we're waiting on... No, we're ready. Go ahead. Range stay at max. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and pop cooldowns. Melee move. Group up to avoid the earth. Okay, it's gone. Group up. Get ready to scatter. Scatter. Not too far. Just run around. Just get those heals. Get your bombs out.
Not enough mana.
Coming back down in 5.
Good job, guys. Spread back out. Max range healers. Let them get aggro.
Just let me know if I want to go left or right. I
You're fine. You're fine.
Rinse and repeat.
Do that twice more and we got it.
Charred Earth melee. I've been changed into a trog.
Lucky.
Gather up. Get ready to scatter. Tremor totem, or frost trap. Gather totems. There you go. All right. Let's scatter. Get ready for the landing. Reset position.
Pro tip, if you are targeting Nightbane, he has a cast bar when he starts doing the thing we need to scatter.
Here we go. Pop your cooldowns again if you have them. Melee shift far right. Ranged, go to the left-hand wall.
Pop whatever you got. If we get one more athlete, we got it.
Stay off that earth if you can. It's clearing up, that's good. A lot of AoE damage here. Big heals, heal yourself, use your pots, use your bandages.
Is he gonna do it? Or is it at 25%?
25%.
Need a pure
There it
ward.
is.
Get one. Okay, here we
Group
go.
up.
There is a charred earth thingy down on the left,
Get
so
ready,
watch that when we
get
scatter.
ready. Get ready to scatter. Get your bombs ready. Stay alive. Just stay alive is the important. Alright, scatter. Melee, watch out. Go in and out. Don't take all the damage.
My mana is low.
Sour, stay out.
Landing in 5.
Reposition. Drink your health pots, mana pots, turn them big time. Yeah, perfect. Do whatever you can to help your healers. Groups on the range get to the walls, either left or right, so that charred earth is handled. Melee hug right. Pop cooldowns if you got them.
Okay, go boys. I think we got it.
Don't jinx us. Mana is looking good though. Execute.
I can't pass that.
Interfere.
I'm at
Oh, people got feared into the char.
Not
Focus on
enough
staying
mana.
alive.
I need to get closer.
Like species.
Exactly. Excellent job, everybody. Charred Earth, move away. I don't know if he's going to stay there after he's dead. Watch out.
Very
Still
nice.
there. There's still Charred Earth under the boss. Be careful. Excellent job. We should take a team picture when ready. That staff looks tasty.
Oh boy. That's a pretty staff.
80 attack power chest. That's pretty nice too.
Alright, let's do some loot.
Nightbane counted
That's
on
what we
log.
came for.
Alright, so we're gonna start with the Scaled Breastplate of Carnage. Priority is physical DPS. Let's see those main spec rolls. Oh, Sour wants it.
That's a healthy roll right there.
I mean, yeah.
That is a healthy roll, as Nert just said. I like that, Nert. I'm going to steal that.
And if you're on a bunch of stupid quests, make sure you loot this guy.
I got to the step where I need to kill Shade of Iran, like, after we killed Shade of Iran. So I'll be...
Like Sholomance, where they do them in reverse. Kill the boss that's furthest in, and then kill the gut.
All right, congrats, Sour.
Congrats, Sour. Awesome, awesome.
All right. Main spec rolls for the Night Staff of the Everliving, and this is for all healers. Main spec rolls, let's see them. Come on, healers. Be greedy. You've been nice and polite all night. Be greedy. Last boss.
God damn it, roll.
There we go.
I don't know much about healing, but with all that spirit and being a two-net staff, I'm guessing it's mostly priest.
But it's not us in slot, so I feel bad for taking it.
Well, you know, here, hold on. I'll try to take it. Nope.
All right, congrats, Saintly.
Look, nobody can beat you, Saintly.
All right.
So where's that on the list?
The
Just curious.
Night Staff of the Everliving?
No, for her business slot.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that seems like a lot of healing.
All right, folks, here is a portal to Shat, and congrats on a successful Kara run. That's all bosses, right? We're the first group to do all bosses.
Are we?
I think everyone else has not done Nightbane yet.
Boo. Fucking yeah, guys. Thanks for sticking with it. That was, you know, wipe a few times, learn, and progress. That's how it works.
It wasn't even tough. Like, we wiped one, and then we got to like 50% and wiped, and then we killed it. Like, that was as easy as progression can be. That was fucking great. Good job, everybody.
Our motto is, we may be slow, but once we get it, it sticks.
Oh, that's gold team only.
All right, let's see. And for prosperity's sake and the permanence of the interwebs, I was live streaming.